So I think you already know that the budget here at SBF Studios is very limited, especially after that Steam page. Holy poop. But for a game that's centered around dialogue, I needed to implement some voice lines. And last time I did that, it sounded horrible.
Where am I? This is the place. It's so cold.
Thank God I don't have more footage. Well, it's safe to say that I needed voice actors. Some voice actors that actually know how to speak English, unlike my mom, and that are not cringe as like how I was. And with such a tight budget, this was going to be a big ask. But before telling you what I did, I want to remind you that this game is free on Steam. I also just uploaded the first trailer and you can go there and see how the voices turned out. Back to struggling to find actors. Let's see how much a Fiverr voice actor costs. Well, as good as they'd be, I just cannot afford that. Next task was to find somebody in the family who spoke good English. Those are my brother and my cousin. No, yeah, and that's it, two people. Seems like this is not going to work either. Back to the drawing board. That's when it hit me. Not really, nobody hit me, don't worry. Did you worry? No, you didn't? Okay. Anyway, that's fine. Well, a bit of me lore. I study in a bilingual class, so everyone, including me somehow, knows English well enough. Do you see where I'm going with this? If only I could convince my classmates to do some unpaid labor, or maybe, just maybe, I could bribe them by offering whatever I know they really like, just to hop on Discord and record some voice lines for me. We can only try that. This is a visual representation of how the conversation went. So how's the game going? Good, I just need some voice actors. Would you... Oh hell yeah, can I help you with that? So yeah, it worked a lot smoother than I was expecting. 2 packs of cigarettes later, I had a killer voice. Hey, whatever these are, later, and I have a main character. 1 pass royale on Clash later, and I have both the reporter and the 911 operator. But here comes the problem. There was absolutely no way I could convince anyone to act as Laura and or Maria. And don't get me wrong, I really tried to find someone. I didn't think it would be this hard, but I got rejected by every single girl I asked. Well, at least it's something I'm used to. That sounded really depressing, I'm sorry. After all, I decided to have my brother voice act as Laura, because she's got a childish voice and it could work. And for Maria, after 1 month of searching, I decided to go here.
Acum aud din aplicație. E deja vida așa. Măi, ce Dumnezeu se întâmplă? Who the fuck is this? What? Oh my god. Pin. Okay, this doesn't even sound that good.
Hello, I am Maria. I am definitely a woman for fuck's sake. And I am here
to voice act this woman in the new game Volcano Odin that is free on Steam, and you can go ahead and buy it right now if you go
on Steam. And well, you cannot buy it right now. You have to wishlist it, but you will be able to buy it.
Yeah, I don't think this will work. And for anyone wondering, I refuse to use AI. So what did I do in the end? Well, against all odds, against all my expectations, against everything I thought, I finally found someone. Huge respect for her for helping me with this. So finally, I have all the voices. Next up, I had to edit them all, apply filters, blah blah blah, and add them. And then I had to make animations. Now I went in this thinking that it will be easy. I'll just use Roku AI to turn videos into animations and that will be it. Well, yeah. No, it worked, but not for the animations I really needed in my game. It could have definitely worked out if I put more time in it, but I figured out that it was a lot more worth it to do it just by hand. This way I also learned how to use the sequencer, because after all, this is still just my second game. It won't be perfect, that's why it's free. It really is just a way for me to learn and create something that people might enjoy. After all, the animations turned out okay. This is an example. Wait, no, wrong one.
Where am I and why am I young again? Damn, my head and my leg still hurts. Seems like the volcano is still close to erupting. But where did this snow come from? It's cold. I must find some shelter.
Between editing voices and making animations, I also had to add settings. This process was as unpleasant as in the other project, so after a few hours of doing shit all, I decided to just take whatever I had in notes and add it here. That somewhat worked, so after a little tweaking, now I had a good options menu, and the post menu was also almost ready. But you don't care about all that. All you need to know is that the voice lines and all most animations have been added. From there on, I started working on the trailer and on this video. I only need to add a few more things, tweak some others, create a second trailer, and the game should be ready for release. I'm not sure when it will launch yet, but I will give you a somewhat date soon. On launch date, I will also upload another devlog and maybe a week before or something the other trailer. Thank you for watching. This was a hell of a process, but what was hard has passed. See you next time.